Hello and welcome to the Real Saturday podcast for a brand new episode this week where Rangers have had quite a good week, bouncing back to that 0-0 result against Hibs in the league. A 5-1 result against Kilmarnock midweek really set the tone for an 8-0 victory on Sunday against Queen's Park, which made a task that was really hard last year. Very straightforward for once. So, good, another good week of just kind of getting more to know this Rangers team, really. I feel like we've seen a lot of good performances over the last two games that we didn't quite see up until this point of the season so far. I think you see obviously the difference that Ryan Adiri's made in a short space of time. I think you see the difference that Scott Olsen's come in and made. Two Romans on the left hand side, as well as even Oliver Antman out on that left hand side's been good at times as well in the past couple of games, and we've reaped the benefits of all those players really turning up and having an upturn in form and providing for the team, because that's what 13 goals in the past two games. One conceded where it's a bit of a mistake for Jack Butland at the end of the day, but all in all, really good couple of games heading into what is probably make or break against two of the best teams in the league. Obviously, this season, Motherwell, Hearts at the top of the league. They're playing tonight, of course, against Hibs, so it'll be nice to see what way that one goes. But we'll go on to Motherwell after we've talked about the Queen's Park game, and if you could like, subscribe, and share, as always, that's very much appreciated. First, we'll start with the Queen's Park game then. There was obviously a bit of anxiety going into this one, considering what happened last year. I mean, I still don't quite know how that happened last year. When you put the two teams side by side, last year's one and the one for a couple of days ago, I mean, the team had Agaman and Cherny and a lot of quality in it. Whereas the one that we've just won 8-0 with, again, has got a lot of quality in it now as well. But I just don't understand how that quite happened last season when you see the standard that Queen's Park offered up at Ibrox on Sunday.
No, 100%. That's what I was saying to my dad at the time. I'm like, how did this team beat us last season? Obviously, I don't know if they've maybe get different players and such, and I know they're struggling for a bit of form in the Championship. I think they're bottom of that league, but it
Mm.
just makes you think what was actually going on last season. Obviously, that's what caused for Clement to ultimately get the sack, and he'll get sacked a few weeks later. But it's good, and like you were saying as well, it's good to actually get players in that are hitting the ground running. I can't remember the last time that's happened, especially in January when this is like the time and the place you need them to when we're going for a league title.
Mm.
Like you say, I actually couldn't make the game on Sunday, but I was going to say it's nice to actually be going to the games out at this time of the season. You're actually competing for something, because for
Mm.
too many years we've been going and it's like what it's like after January, really, like you're like this, like, every game feels like friendly because we're already out of like most of the competition. So like I say, it's good for obviously the striker as well in the day to get two goals, like get on the score sheet quickly, like hit the form. I know it's only against Queen's Park, but you need to be hitting the form quick, and the games are only going to come thick and fast. So
Aye,
just
and I think that was maybe a bit of the outrage for last season, is because we were at this point in the season, we had already lost the league, we'd already been out of the League Cup. We were obviously still in Europe at that point, but there
I
was
don't know
nothing
if that
really
maybe
domestically.
I don't know if maybe even I know it's no one excuse, but maybe that's what's like playing in the players' minds in that game. That's all I can really think is that was our only chance to actually win silverware that season.
Hmm.
So
Aye,
aye,
it maybe could have been, to be honest with you, but really professional performance for Rangers. Again, scoring early in these games can really just set the tone for what's to come, and we've done that in the last two legs now. Even against Annan at home, they were decent in the first 5-10 minutes, and then of course we got the opening goal and didn't really look back for there. But Queens Park, it just you can understand why they're at the bottom of the championship at the minute. Unfortunately, of course, Ryan Adiri gets the first one, good header at the back post, good delivery for Tavernier. Diomande with a good delivery into the box for Tavernier to score the second. The third one comes direct to a corner, which they're still giving Tavernier the goal for. Must have been a shot on target that they're classing that one as, but
aye.
bit of a mess for the Queen's Park goalkeeper. 4-0, a penalty for Tavernier. And then 5-0 at half time. Chukwani does claim it, but it's definitely an own goal. And I can't remember the last time he ever went in at half time against 5-0 up against anybody. And I think just the attitude had to be the same in the second half, with players coming into the game as well off the bench. The levels didn't really drop. There was hunger there to score goals. There was hunger there to just continue on as the starting 11 did. And that's something Danny Rohl did mention, the fact that there's not really players that are missing out on the bench. It's like two first 11s that he can play and he can pick for. So aye, there's a strong team available going into this Motherwell game as well with no injuries apart from Derek Cornelius as well was a huge plus for this point in the season. But then, aye, second half, Nadiri gets his second one, a really good delivery into the box for Ant-Man. And then I believe it was Miofsky and Chikwani that scored to round out the 8-0. So, aye, just a really enjoyable two games at Ibrox, really. Getting goals, just looking way better in an attacking sense. I think that was a complaint for me against Hibs. We were just so devoid of any ideas, and I don't really understand how then we can bounce back and look so good in an attacking sense when we were so bad in the league. But these league games are going to be tough now that are coming up. We have to just apply that same effort, same application for everybody, and just create as many chances as we can. Because I don't really feel that we'll concede many goals. I don't really. I'm not feared about that. It's just the more of the scoring the goals.
Aye, well, 100%. And then looking at the Motherwell game as well, I think we were talking about it yesterday. They don't concede goals. They don't lose games. They've took points off like every team this season, I think. So aye, like you say, I think it's good as well. We've got strength and depth now. Like in the attack, we've actually got attacking options for a change, and I don't know if that's been a bit of a driving force. Like everyone's competing for competition now, like in these places, rather than just like we've got one right winger for the rest of the season, we've got one left winger. A few years ago, we didn't even have a striker. Like we've not really, we've got that luxury now. Like Danny Rohl's got that luxury. He's built his squad to be like, right, if you're not performing well, I've got people that can come on and take your place, or vice versa. So you seen that
Mm.
with Miofsky as well. Like, he was desperate to get his goal at
Yeah,
the end, and Danny Rohl was praising him as well, like saying he worked hard to get his goal. Like, so it's just good for a change that we've actually got strength and depth, and people are actually playing. It feels like they're actually playing for the jersey, which I've not been able to say for the last 3 or 4 years. So
nah,
I just need to keep pushing on.
no, totally. And I think if you see for the players that came in to that game, Liam Kelly virtually had nothing to do. Tavernier, of course, will take a lot of the plaudits for getting a hat trick and two assists, taking his total up to 150 for his career, I believe, in total, which is outstanding for him. Nasser Giga, somebody for me that since he's came back for AFCON has been quietly pretty good. Um, it's a bit of a strange one because he has been an absolute bomb scare at times this season, but I think he's looked quite composed, no matter if it's with Fernandez, Suter, or Sterling in this game. Of course, Sterling getting another 45 minutes is a big thing for him, just kind of hopefully getting rid of those niggling injuries that keep giving him setbacks. And somebody that's came into the team and really just looked like he's played for us for years is two Romans. He came on the other day and was just everything came down that left hand side in the last half an hour of the game. And again, just really composed, looks really good, and he looks a really good find, I think, for the recruitment team.
100%. Again, it's just so refreshing to come on. It was like first game, it was like 10 men against Kilmarnock. Like he's coming on when they've played most of the game. I think he played the last 25 minutes, but just refreshing. Like his balls into the box. Like he was actually looking up and seeing who was like running in rather than just hopelessly putting a ball in or like cutting it back, looking for the easy option. Like he was attacking going forward and that. And it's just positive to see. Like I can't really fault the team at all recently. They've just been. It's just I just keep saying it's just positive to see because we're just no used to it at this stage of the season. But
Hmm.
like I said, all the new boys have just hit the ground running, and it's pivotal at this time of the season just to keep doing that and keep the momentum going.
Exactly, and I think it's just a big thing that he's got his first couple of assists in a Rangers shirt. Chukwuani's got his first goal in a Rangers shirt as well, and he looks to be a really just tailor-made to Scottish football. Really, he's a unit. He wins back near enough every ball. He carries a threat in the final third, and he's somebody that improves our team. And I think him and Diomande and Raskin and Barron give you a good mould of midfielders to pick for this season in the run in. Somebody who I mentioned that's came onto form recently is Oliver Antman as well. Came on the other day, looked really good out on the left. He had to play more of a right wing back role in the second half. Again, got his assist, got his goal the other night and an assist. So again, if these players that were maybe kind of linked with moves away in January are coming into this team and they now believe that Danny Rohl is believing in them. That's why he's picking them. I think you're going to see the best of these players, and I always felt like there was something there with Ant Man. I just felt like he was kind of I was looking for that position where he's going to suit best, and it definitely looks like out on that left hand side. It could be a threat because Scott Wilson, I would imagine, has got that. that position for the season anyway, considering his stature and how much we paid for that loan deal to even happen. And he's somebody that's definitely been getting better game by game as he gets more used to life at Rangers, as he gets more fitness. He's not really played at all this season. Um, so I positive, and then Nadiri, who's been really, really good. I think since he's came in for his cameo on Wednesday, obviously a lot of money that we're paying for this boy, but 2 goals is always a good sign in your first couple of games. He probably should have scored in his debut as well, but he looks to be a real find as well, which we've actually done really good business in January, it looks like, because all these players are starting games, they're providing assists and goals straight away, and it can only mean a good thing for Danny Rohl because this team really needed quality, and it feels like with all these quality signings, the players are starting to pick up who were already here.
100%. I mean, with the new guys coming in, hitting form straight away, it's only going to push people, like you were saying, like Ant-Man to come in. I know he's been riddled with injuries, but he was in and out the team, wasn't really making the best impact. He's come on to a game, seems to be doing well. I feel like Nadiri, watching him, like it's just like, it just makes the team so much more exciting. I feel like we're so much more attacking going forward. Like, we're looking positive going forward. I feel like a few weeks ago, even it was like, it's a bit, like the team was brilliant, like the defence was good, the midfield was creating all right, but I feel like we just lacked like so much in the final third. It just seemed to really kill the player, kill any momentum in any of the games. So I feel like he could be a really, really good signing for us, to be honest. And
Mhm.
I just hope he keeps the scoring going.
Aye, I think it was a signing we had to make in January as well because the strikers so far haven't really lived up to the potential. And I think now you see a situation where Yusuf Shamity's coming back and he's third choice because Bojan Miovski's been picking up goals as well. And I think his all-round play's got a lot better. I think you see his goal the other night against Kilmarnock. He's dropped him out the box to actually receive the ball. I think a lot of the time he's kind of waiting on the ball. He's not really getting enough touches of the ball. So hopefully that's again another tweak that they've made in that sense to make us look better. But he's up to 10 goals for this season, which I thought was quite surprising. Shamity's only scored 4. Nadiri's already on 2. Miovski scored 10, albeit that I think 5 of them are in the cup against Queen's Park and Annan, and whoever else we played. I think it was Hibs in one of the other games. But aye, he looks to have definitely improved. There's been a tweak in that front line that's made him look better as well. And all round, it was just a really good game for everybody that was on the pitch to get minutes, people to get goals, people to get confidence. And we now go into a game against Motherwell just with the most confidence I think we've had at this point in the season. Because Danny Rohl again wins the manager of the month for the month as well. You look at some of the results we got back to back against Aberdeen, the win against Dundee at home, and then obviously that big 3 points against Celtic in Parkhead. He has done just an unbelievable job, really. Kind of lost for words at how negative I was against the appointment of Danny Rowe at the time because of the names that were getting linked about. To him being in the club and being able to get us back in basically touching distance of winning a title, I did not see this being possible with anybody really. But it's turned out to be just a perfect fit for Rangers, a perfect fit for the players I see that's already there. The players that have come in want to play for him. The fans are totally behind him. I mean, I've not really heard anybody that's had a bad word to say about Danny Rowe yet, which is nice. And he's just been a real breath of fresh air to be manager of the Rangers, I think.
But this is a difference as well. Like, again, he wasn't first choice, a bit like Russell Martin. But he's different to Russell Martin because he came in and said straight away, I'm not going to try and get my tactics across. I know I'm at the club that just has to win games, especially the situation we were in. I think we were like 8th, 9th in the league. But Russell Martin completely was like, right, this is my style of play. If you don't like it, then tough, basically, what he said to the fans. And then he came out with all the excuses under the sun. Oh, they never wanted him in the first place. I think we can all sit and agree that we didn't really want Danny Rowe in the first place when, like you said, we were linked with the other names. But he's just come in, he's done his job quietly, like you said. He's not really getting carried away with his salary, and he just says take one game at a time. I like the way as well he got the manager of the month. Like, he didn't take it for himself. Like he said, it was the full team, like the full squad, his staff behind him. Like, he's just been a breath of fresh air. Like, and I think it's really what we needed because, like you said, like, I think when he came in, you were maybe thinking like maybe try and shut the gap a wee bit, maybe win a cup and push for next season. Like, it's like we always say, but he's done incredible to the 3 points within Hearts, and obviously leveling Buckle, 3 points above Celtic. It's can only take your hat off to the guy.
Aye, no, I think he's came in and he's just done a really remarkable job. I think with what he had at his disposal as well, the players that he's made better. I can't think of anybody that's actually been worse under Danny Rohl. I think every single player at the club has improved, and it's a sign of a really good manager. It's a sign of a really good coaching team. And as you say, they've kind of just kept it one game at a time, just grind out that result. I mean, if it doesn't go our way at Hibs, don't let it kind of affect and derail what's going to
You've seen
happen
that.
because we
You've
can
seen
bounce
that.
back.
Sorry, you've seen that a few times as well. Like even at member under Clermont, we were on that pure good run, and then I think it was like a wee blip against Motherwell, and then it was a wee blip against Ross County, and then before you know it, you're out the title race. Like you said, like you just don't let the. Obviously, you're not going to win every game. You're going to have bad games, or you're going to have games when you're just not up to it. But it's essential just to get that game out of the way and just keep going to the next one. I think that's what we've done really well this season.
Aye, and I think it's been a really good thing that even when we have played poorly, we've either grinded out the game and won,
I was
or we've still
lost.
not got beat. I mean,
Aye.
it's been remarkable what he's been able to do in a short space of time with these players. Obviously, he's got the backing of the board and stuff as well with the signings in January. But aye, it looks really promising for Danny Rowe at Rangers. I mean, I think no matter how this season goes, we're going into next season in a really good place, with him as head coach. So, aye, definitely, been a really good signing for Rangers, if we'll say that. On to what is the Motherwell game now. Next one in the league, away from home. Bur Park was the first game of the season as well, where we kind of saw how good Motherwell could be this season. I mean, they absolutely destroyed us in that second half of that game. We still came out with a point. We still nearly kind of grounded out the game if they didn't score in the last minute. But I've just been so impressed with everything about Motherwell this season. The way they go about their business, the way the manager has improved, the players that were already there. I mean, you've got Stephen Welsh and Paul McGinn playing at centre half and like that. He's improved the guys that have already been there, but I think the danger man to watch in this game for us anyway is Tawanda Maswanise because he has been just a true revelation this season for Motherwell. 17 goals, I think, in all competitions. Um, he's going to be a dangerous player to keep quiet tomorrow night. And I think just with the way Motherwell play, I don't think they're really fear to anybody. I think you watched how they played against Celtic under, of course, Wilfred Nancy. It might be different under Martin O'Neill now, but they just absolutely battered them all over the pitch. They won their individual duels. They didn't change the way they played. Of course, they created chances and they took them. So this, to me, I feel more nervous for this game than I do the Hearts game on Sunday just because of the exploits of Motherwell this season. They've not conceded any goals at home since October, which I've seen a stat from today, and you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they last conceded a goal when Russell Martin was still Rangers manager at home. Um, so it's remarkable. They've only lost three games this season. Sorry, 17 goals have conceded in the league this season. It's going to be a tough one.
Tomorrow, but I don't know what I've just got. Tomorrow just feels absolutely massive tonight as well because obviously Hearts are playing Hibs and then you expect Celtic to go and dispatch Livingston, but tomorrow feels massive for us. I feel like this is like these are the kind of games like you've just got that feeling like if you get a result, if you win the game, then the like you're really confident for the title. And I know we've obviously got Hearts, but I know tomorrow feels massive. Obviously, I knew Motherwood had a good season. I didn't know they stats were like that good about like not conceding goals, like winning games. They seem to be picking up points every single. I feel like every time I check, they've won the game again. Like,
Hmm.
and then like you were saying as well, I've got a few of my Celtic friends were saying like, it was like watching, and I'm not even joking. They actually said it was like watching like a European team when they were playing. When they played Motherwell, it was like just totally different. Like the ball play, that manager's done a brilliant job. You'll be
Hmm.
lucky to hold on to it for next season. Sorry, but I don't know. I've just got that feeling tomorrow feels absolutely massive for the race for the title.
Think it does, and it's massive for Motherwell as well because they're not too far behind. They'll be going into this game with the exact same attitude, being like, "No, we want to finish at least in the top two," because they could very well do it with all the teams that are there. They could even go for the league themselves. But I do think the same. I think this is one of those games where if you want to win the league and you're serious about winning the league, you need to go there and win. Because Everton is stacking up pretty nicely in Motherwell's favour. The fact that they don't concede goals at home, the fact that they play really good football, they've got players on form, they believe exactly in what the manager's doing. But I think on the other side of that, I think we do as well. We've got players that are on form. We believe in exactly what the manager's doing. There'll be a huge backing there for the Rangers fans. So hopefully that can see us over the line. But there's no question about it. It'll be a tough game. It'll be a tight game. But I think if we can just get the first goal, don't put ourselves under any pressure, and just continue to be on Motherwell and try and see out the game as best as we can, it could be a massive 3 points by the end of the season. And just for in general, this whole week, going into that game on Sunday with Hearts with the opportunity to go top of the league, depending obviously on how results go tonight, could be a huge incentive for this squad. And it could be a kind of European atmosphere on Sunday if that's to be the case. But the team that I think Danny Rohl will probably select for this one, Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Fernandez, of course, confirmed to be back in the squad, and I think he goes straight back in. As I said, Giga's not been bad, but definitely prefers Fernandez in. I think Romans will start. I think Magoma's been good this season. Hats off to him. 19 years old. Come on, he's played near enough every game, every minute of this season. Um, but I think Romans is a definite upgrade in that area. Of course, he's our player. We've signed him now permanently. I think we should be using him and maybe play Magoma in the game on Sunday. I think Chukwani, Raskin, Diomande is the midfield. Diomande maybe a bit further advanced. As much as Mikey Moore's so good in the middle of the park, I just prefer not having to play anybody else. I would rather Diomande and Moore play. I think Scott Olsen starts as well, and Nadiri I probably see leading the line, but I probably say that's our best team at the moment.
Aye, 100%. That's it. I was about to say that's our strongest team as well. When it's like you say, you just want to get on the front foot. I hope it's not the Rangers that we've seen in the past when it's a big game. Like it's hard, like it's a slow start. Like they're not really creating chance. I just hope we come out like firing, and then like the last two games, like we've got the confidence to do that. We shouldn't really be coming out feared and expecting the worst. Like you said, we've been scoring goals, we've not been conceding. I know Motherwell in good form with their stats and stuff, but if you want to, but like deep down, if you want to win the league, you need to win this game. That's the way I see it.
Aye, that's the way I see it. That's the way Danny Rowe see it. That's the way hopefully the players will then see it as well. You can't come out of that game the more away a loss. And in my
Mm-hmm.
eyes, I just think that completely flips the book back over to Hearts and Celtic to take the incentive and the initiative in the league race.
I
As
feel
long
like
as we
it kind
pick
of
up points here, I'm happy.
Aye, sorry, I feel like it kind of derails us as well because you can kind of say like when there was pressure on to cut the gap against Hearts and we kind of folded. I know we bounced back well, but these are the games away from home that you need to be winning. Obviously, they beat Celtic, but that was like Nancy. It was a different game, but
Hmm.
you just hope because then like I was saying earlier, don't want to lose this game. And then you've got Hearts, then all of a sudden like it's been a massive week. You could be down to like what 6, 7 points again. Then you feel like you're out the race at this time of the season. So you just need to go full throttle really and win the game.
Aye, I think that's exactly the mentality to go for. We just can't start the game like we did against Hearts and Hibs and
Aye.
these big away games that we've had this season. Even Celtic to an extent, of course, the second half played in our favour, but again, that was a really terrible first half. So hopefully we can start the game well and we don't have to claw our way back into games again, because Motherwell will clearly have the firepower to hit us if we're pushing everybody forward. But aye, this is a season defining game. It's as simple as that. Depending on where we go this season, it's a huge 3 points up for grabs tomorrow at Fir Park, and hopefully Rangers can do the business, and we'll see what happens in that one. But we'll briefly touch on the Hearts game, of course, because it is just part of this week as well. They're playing the night against Hibs at Tynecastle. Would probably make them favourites for the night's game, but you know how it's been for Hearts. They've struggled to get over the line in recent weeks. They've failed to take their chances. They've got players sent off in big moments. And Hibs, of course, got one up on them last time and played really well to get the victory. So there's hope there that Hibs can do the same again. I think you could hope for a draw here as well. As long as Hearts drop points, you're happy. Going into Wednesday and then makes the game even bigger. It really does. So we'll see the Hearts team that we've played this season. I don't think have been great, if I'm quite honest with you. I don't think Hearts have been scintillating to watch. I don't think they've been fantastic against us. I think we've made them look good at times. The referee, of course, in that game at Ibrox gave them the one against Shankland that was a handball that should have been ruled out. Um, and they, of course, capitalise on Russell Martin ball. But the one away from home, again, I think Danny Rowe maybe overthought it I think if the goal stands that Fernandes scores for the corner in the first 10 minutes, it changes the total complexion of the game. I think it's just a complete brain fart within 5 minutes that sees us 2-0 down. And we didn't really respond well enough to going 2-0 down, and the reaction in the second half wasn't great. But I would like to hope that's something that we've learned for going into these games, because, I mean, Hearts have got one draw, two wins against Celtic, and they've got two wins against us this season. So at the moment, they're still looking the favourites because they're beating everybody below them. So on Sunday, we just have to beat Hearts. It's as simple as that. The Motherwell game will come and go, whatever happens. But when the attention turns to Sunday, I mean, it's huge.
Like you say as well, obviously you could be your thoughts could be totally different for the Motherwell game. Obviously, might not be as confident and stuff depending on that result, but it's just the same as I said the last time. If you want to win the league, you need to beat Hearts at home. I think tonight, especially, I don't really know because I think Hibs and Hearts have both got quite a lot of key players out, so it'll be interesting to see how the game actually pans out. I'd still have Hearts as favourite tonight because it's at
Mm-hmm.
Tynecastle and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I can't really judge this game till I see the Motherwell game because I think the way that goes will just change the confidence of the team. But then, like you say, if we get a good result, then the Hearts game could be massive, and just need to turn up for it again.
Aye, I think that's always a difficult thing when you've got a game on the Wednesday looking ahead to a game on the
Aye,
Sunday when everybody's playing as well. But I think the task for me is just going to beat Hearts. I mean, that's the thing. I think they've defended well at times. They use set pieces to the advantage, similar to us. But I think they're there to be beat, and especially with the state that they're in. I don't really know the status of Lon Shankland at the minute. I don't know if he's due back anytime soon. Cammy Devlin, similarly, two huge players for them this season. They'll obviously lose Craig Halkett tonight. So we'll see how the games go and how we go into that Hearts game needing. But we need 3 points for each of these games. I think it's just simple. Just win games, no matter how it's done. I think just win. We could look good and look free flowing that we did on Wednesday, but if we don't win the game, then I don't really care. Just take
aye.
our chances, and aye, it does. It's there for us. It really is just there for us this season.
It's like you say, they're usually like 10, 15 points behind, like looking for a miracle. Not, but it's actually in our hands. Like I feel like this week is season defining. It's in
Hmm.
our hands for a change. Like just win these two games, you put yourself in a great position. No matter what Celtic and what Hearts do tonight. If you win your two games, no matter what happens, you're leveling points with Hearts and then see what happens with the Celtic games. But it's in our hands. We need to do the business if we want to win the league. Simple as.
It's as simple as that. I think if you go into the split with having top of the league and maybe not dropping any points or minimal points, then you put yourself into a huge position to win this league title. I think there's 13 games left now. So
Mhm.
we're getting close to the split. But of course, big games coming up. The double header against Celtic for the cup and the league as well that we'll be able to talk about in a couple of weeks. But aye, it's season defining. It really is. You keep obviously kind of repeating those words because it's. I think if you get to the end of this week with getting 6 points, I think that puts a huge marker down for Rangers winning the league this season. So we'll see what happens. But aye, all eyes on Tynecastle for tonight's game. And if you did enjoy the podcast, if you could like, subscribe, and share, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And we'll be back next week with another episode covering everything to do with Rangers. So we'll see you then.